We meet the technician at Kazadi managing this apple orchard.
And what is in front of us here are apple and pear seedlings. So in apple industry, you have first to have the rootstock, what we call the planting materials. You check this branch which has these buds, we call them buds. The bigger buds, they develop into flowers, we call them flower buds. Then the smaller buds are the ones we call the scions. They are the ones that will turn into branches. So I will cut a scion here, which is very stiff, so that it contains the food inside it. It had been dormant, and we have removed the leaves. We have defoliated it. So we take it to the rootstock, and we make sure it is the same size with the rootstock. This whip method, I'm trying to expose the cambium of the scion and then the cambium of the rootstock. And once they unite, then the process goes on and it becomes a complete plant. We don't put there anything, just only to wrap it properly and then put it in a shade and start watering, and then it becomes a complete seed. Now this tree, when you have planted, there are operations we do on the tree that make it grow very fast and give us the fruits we want. First of all, these are deciduous trees from temperate regions. And here we are in the tropics. So we have to tame them in a certain way to fit in these ecological conditions. One of it is we remove the leaves. You can check these buds here. Once the plant has given you the buds which have no younger shoots, you know they are in dormancy. So it is removing the food from the leaves to the stem, and the leaves turn dark, pale dark, and eventually they become old. So once they become old, you remove them. Once you remove them, it's like when you have a blanket and you are shivering and somebody removes the blanket, you have to look for another blanket to cover yourself. In such a way, by getting another blanket, it brings more leaves. And it starts with flowers. Then flowers, eventually the leaves. Once the leaves have come, they feed the fruits for only 3 months, and you are able to harvest a fruit.
We are still in southwestern Uganda. We get to explore a technique called reverse terraces. Farmers in the area are working on ways to preserve soil quality and productivity.
So here, we are demonstrating particularly a technology we call contour reversed bench terraces. When we say contour, it means that we establish it between contour lines. And the contour lines are lines that are geographically located in the earth, which join areas of the same height above the sea level or from the sea ground. And then when we say they are reversed, it means that you are creating valley-like structures within the highland. For example, where we are standing, completely flat. And actually when you stand on the top point, you will actually see it as a valley. So we have created this as a valley, but within the highland. Then when we say we are integrating the fertility management, we look at a component of addition of manure. They are bringing us artificial fertilizers in already flat area, which is completely free of soil erosion, because there will be no water movement downwards after you have established this by physical structure. And also within the terrace, we put structures that restrain water from moving, like trenches, like check dams, because we know that water, if you want to manage water, you give it freedom to move, but it moves according to your plan. So we start from the top of the mountain, we follow contour lines, we undulate them into the bench terraces, which are completely reversed. Then water, when it starts from the mountain, it is completely restrained. It doesn't flow away according to its speed, but it moves the way we want it. It is attracted by the trench, it is attracted by the grass band, it is attracted by the agroforestry hedges, it is checked by the check dam, it is modified by the gradient that has been altered. And then in the mainland, we put artificial fertilizer, what we call inorganic fertilizers, depending on the crop you want to grow. You put manure, but also use the fodder on the bands. Now, in this structure, we have two structures. We have the terrace and the terrace band. It is very easy for the common farmer because it is man-made, completely man-made, not mechanical. The only thing the common farmer needs is to call a friend and a neighbor and a relative. They work together because it is landscape approach.
The figure is not like you will need a bigger space and not in the villages. I'm in town. I'm a mayor. This is what I do every day. And it is schooling my kids. It is giving me the life I want. The cleanest animal I've seen. The pig can only be that if you yourself who is keeping the pigs, you are dirty.
It is loved, it is hated, but hey, we all agree it is tasty.
People like pork. You cannot cry with bucket. Even me, I cannot supply my pork joint myself. Here, this section has chicken, it has sheep, goats, dogs, turkeys, and guinea fowls. And we have ducks. You know, they feed into each other. You can see they are easily and able taking the maize bran. But me, I wanted to test the 4-acre system. And I pulled out the cows I felt I should start with.
We can't get enough of our exceptional farmer, Mr. Sentalo. 3 episodes down the road, and yet he still amazes us. So we are still in Kabale, renowned for its rolling hills and scenic valleys. This farm holds so much potential, and Sentalo is eager to guide us through the various enterprises that complement and support one another.
When we are cleaning in the piggery houses, because it involves hard work, we just put a system that brings all the stuff here. When it reaches here, the hard stuff stays here. We remove it and we make manure. The water goes down, as we are going to see. Then it irrigates the pasture for the cows. And now this one, when it is here, we dry it, take it also to the gardens. This is for the piggery. Yeah. All that we clean the piggery comes here. The hard substance we remove. The water goes for irrigation. And we are yet to do biogas. I'm trying to get people, because they have told me it can light, it can, so that we save on the costs of electricity and also the firewood. So the water comes here, then it irrigates that pasture. We have just opened it because we wanted to clean it, but we are going to close but you can see how it looks good. It's very green.
His strategy for the cattle is straightforward. He aims to generate 13 million per month from them. And for him, the journey begins now. Every piece and type of land here is strategically positioned to support this vision.
But me, I wanted to test the 4-acre system. And I pulled out the cows I felt I should start with. And these are the cows I'm starting with. But like this one was from, I brought it, but for mating, there are cows which are ready for mating, so I brought it. But specifically Because when you compare these ones with the cows that are in the farm, these ones are far better. There are 9 with the 2 calves to have produced. Yeah, of course, when you reach at your target, what you get, you have to sell. Yeah. So as per now, I'm not into selling, I'm even buying. But when I reach my target, then whatever I get, of course, I will be interested to improving the breed. Once I get the breed that gives me the milk I want, then the extra I'll be selling. My target is to have 200 liters, which I can, because with 200 liters, it means I'll be making around 300,000 per day. The in-calves, the heifers, those ones are 2 million. This one, if you give me 5, I give you 5M, because this one is a good breed. I want to bring the goats here. This I'm preparing it for the goats and the sheep. I also want them to be on zero grazing. Once the pasture is ready, I don't want them to move out, because when they move out, they come back with a lot of diseases. So I want, by way of controlling diseases, I want them to be here.
Sentalo remains committed to growth, actively acquiring more land to expand the pasture area. In zero grazing, ensuring proper feeding and water supply is very essential, and the mayor is effectively managing this aspect. Additionally, he is producing silage to support the livestock.
So I'm consolidating. I've now gotten that place where I'm growing this same pasture, the other place, and across there.
So we'll take a short commercial break, but when we return, we have so much more in store for you. Do not go away.
So this one is for making silage. When the pastures are ready, we use the machine to cut into small pieces. Then we keep it we make silage. And this one can take around 5 tons. 5 tons? Yeah. So deep. We have constructed it so deep now that we don't have pasture, so because it has been a dry season, now we don't have silage. Then there we keep grass which we cut for us to have what we call hay. Then we also supplement with these. We mix maize bran with soya to give them protein, and cotton seed, mostly for those that are milked, because they enhance the production of milk. The cows, we early morning we have to put. But for them, you don't regulate. It's only when we don't have feeds that we regulate. But if you have, you just keep the trough full for them to, more so those that are being milked. The more you feed it, the more milk you get.
The plantation on this farm is meticulously maintained with a strong focus on its long-term success. As one would put it, the future here is bright. Rabbits are among the businesses that promise rapid returns on investment, making them a valuable opportunity. On Seeds of Gold, we've previously featured several rabbit farmers, each sharing their own distinctive journey. What new insights and experiences does Centalo have in store for us?
28 days, 29, 1 month. Cannot exceed 1 month. From the date of mating. And the good thing with it, even if it has produced today, it will mate. Yeah, they are 100, but my target is to find when I'm shifting them because the rats are eating the young ones.
Oh.
I want to get them to a place where I know it's tight. May I sell to those who are still breeding, those who want good breeds. I have American chinchilla, I have California large white, I have New Zealand, an American chinchilla. So this is an American.
It's a big one. Now how much is that?
This is 50.
These rabbits are incredibly charming, and by 6 months, they reach the ideal size for consumption. The meat is tender and of excellent quality, making them a great choice for dining.
Very sweet. It's very sweet.
Very sweet.
Very sweet.
It's like a pet.
In fact, I want to do free range. I have a compound there. I want to do the housing, then I let them out.
They just go in the houses for sleep.
Yeah, for sleeping. And maybe when they want to give birth, because that's when you can very fast get the numbers. They don't. The young ones, a pair is at 50. So this one has around 5. That is in New Zealand. California white is purely white.
Hey, California, eh?
It is California white.
I have those ones.
Yeah, that is purely white.
They grow very big.
Yeah, very big. You see, you can even see the younger ones are bigger than the other ones, and they are still young.
These ones.
It is the one that gave birth to this. Why?
But most of them were eaten by rats.
Rats.
So this one survived. That's why I want to shift them. I want to have it compact, so that the rats cannot enter.
Tonight on Farming Opportunities. It is that time when I bid you adieu. Do keep those comments coming in, hashtag NTV Seeds of Gold. You can also participate in the poll questions on social media, specifically X. And you could also let us know which was your favorite episode for the year 2024, and we'll be sure to have it aired for you. The festive season is upon us. The year is coming to an end, and I cannot appreciate you enough. From me and the Seeds of Gold family here at NTV, we say Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.